Hey guys, welcome back. If you clicked on this video, you're here to change the power steering pump in your Honda Element, and you're here to do it fast. Are you ready to beat book time? Let's go. You guys say you like when I move fast, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to work like a 90s flat rate technician. Why? Because that's what I am. This is TechJimmi. I'm Jimmy, and I'm a retired, factory-trained and certified Honda technician. Today, we're putting in a power steering pump in this Honda Element. It's a really straightforward job, and Honda gives you 1.3, so we're looking to knock this out in 0.7. Flat rate techs, that's what you should be looking to do. Have the time for the job, and that's how you're going to make your money. Or that's all warranty is going to pay you. Either way you want to look at it, that's the amount of time you should be aiming to do the job for. You're allowed 1.3 for the jobs that go bad. Like my first service writer told me, sometimes you eat the bear, sometimes the bear eats you. All right, let's start shop time, and we're going to get moving. Let's go. Let's take a look at what we got going on. Bro, there is oil on everything. I'm sure it's probably power steering fluid. And there's a shredded belt. All kinds of fluid and debris. This has been a problem for a while. We're going to see what that belt looks like when we get it off of there. It looks like they just replaced it because this one must have gone nuclear. This fender cover is less to protect your car from me and more to protect me from your greasy ass car. This thing leaks from everywhere. Down there on the rack. From some of these fittings. We're going to replace the O-rings on the pressure line, and the suction side should come with a new plastic fitting. All right, we're going to do this real quick. Here's the trick with this guy. Take this suction line off. Oh, I have a tool for this. You know what? I have a tool for that too. Finally, after all these years, I bought the right tools. Makes it nice. Pull this guy out, stick your finger over it real quick, and then pop it right back down there in the top of that reservoir. Try to catch that fluid. Here's the trick. Get yourself a long but skinny pry bar. Thread it through that wheel. You want to lock it up like this in between this brace and the motor mount so that wheel can't go nowhere. Come on. Like that. Can't go nowhere. Get your wrench on there and then come in here with a little persuasion. Right. Set that nut to the side. This wheel will pull right off. Set that to the side. Awesome. Now there's two 12mm bolts. Hold it on. You don't have to take that wheel off in order to get these bolts out, but really makes it easier. Now this guy on the top, just zip him out your impact. There's an O-ring seal there, so put your finger over it, flip it up. Stick it back over there. Drippy, drippy everywhere. Go back in the bag, Drippy. Boop. Ooh, condom. Practice safety. Get these guys on there. Run her home. Torque them up to German specifications. Guten tight. I can't stress enough snap-on tools, especially these snap-on swivel sockets. And I'm not sponsored by Snap-on, and this isn't a promotion in any way, but these things will make or break a technician. Love it when they come with new parts. Out of there, you rascal. All right, let's lock down our pressure side. Trying to get the wheel on. This guy is locked down as tight as you can get it. All right, let me go consult the belt routing diagram that I definitely made at the beginning of this job so I know how the belt goes back on. Stand by.
346 minutes later.
Excellent. Our belt's on. Let's do our suction hose. Ah, dang it. I have a tool for this. Whatever. Now, the new pump showed up primed, but not bled. Primed and bled are not the same thing. Primed means there's fluid in the pump already, so it won't smoke itself as soon as we start it up. Bled means we're going to take the air out of it, and let's do that right now. Take your gloves off before you get in the customer's car. Get in here and start cranking your wheel all the way to one side, and you hear that really horrific noise. Hold it tight on that side. Do it again. All the way to the right. It'll make that real horrific noise. And hold it on the right again. Do it to the left. Don't be in there jerking the wheel back and forth like this. You're not doing any good. Just all the way to the left. And hold it, and then all the way to the right. All right, everything's spinning as it should. All that oil didn't do the alternator bearings any good. The bearings in this unit are smoked. It's going to need an alternator, it's going to need a rack and pinion, and it's going to need a new belt. All from a power steering leak. Don't let your car maintenance go. Make sure you stay on it so you don't cause other problems. Still pretty good. All right, that's it. Except for cleaning my tools up, let's see how we did. 24 minutes. 24 minutes. And that's including me running inside and Googling the belt diagram. I didn't even pull it up on ShopKey because it was faster just to pull up Google and look at the diagram that was there. And you could easily have done that on your phone. Mine was here recording video, so I had to go inside. With all of that, as dirty as the car is, still 24 minutes, and Honda pays you 1.3 to do this job. It's a matter of being fast, but it's really a matter of being efficient. Did you see where I walked for my tools? Not far. The car pulled right up to my toolbox, and if this was in a bay where my toolbox wasn't close to, I'd take the tools that I somewhat could guess that I would need for that job, put them on my tool cart, and wheel them over to the car. A lot of the time that professional technicians are wasting are at that toolbox. What happens when you come back to the toolbox? You pick up your phone, you text your girlfriend, you take a bite of your muffin, you take a sip of your coffee, you grab the wrench that you wanted, and you go back to the car. It wasn't the right wrench, so you walk back to the toolbox, you answer the text from the girlfriend, you have another bite of your muffin, you have another sip of your coffee, and then you're back to the car with the right wrench. Meanwhile, I've turned around, grabbed the right wrench, and went right back to work. I didn't have to work harder, I didn't have to push myself faster, but being more efficient made me faster. It's just like racing. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Well, for a technician, efficient is smooth, and smooth is fast. Be efficient, be fast, and make great money at your job. A flat rate technician is a great job to have if you can knock out your jobs under book time. If you appreciated this video, please hit like, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you get notified every time that I drop new content. Thanks so much. See you guys in the next video.